Hello everyone, today I am starting a brand new series entitled Toontown Discussions. Yay! This series is just a way to convey ideas that have bugged us, confused us, or even intrigued us about the Toontown community as a whole, while discussing it with the community. So, what's going to kick off this series to an awesome start? The Toontown map is wrong! But you guys probably already knew that, so I'll just start different. One really small but annoying feature we still encounter today, almost 13 years after Toontown Online was released, is the map. This map has lived in infamy for the past 13 years for its confusing representation of Toontown, the area, and how it just breaks the laws of relaying direction. So, for this video, we are always assuming that Toontown Central is always located in the middle of the map. This is just for reasons that we can have a reference point to where things should be. First issue, Toontown Central's layout. Looking at Toontown Central alone on the main map shows some oddly weird things. First of all, the street leading to Minnie's Melody Land is directly running through Town Hall. That doesn't make any sense, since the street leading to Minnie's Melody Land is south of the Toon Hall, right there. But that tunnel is leading to Daisy's Gardens, not Minnie's Melody Land. The tunnel normally leading where Daisy's Gardens should be is here, but isn't. It's going to Donald's Dock. And not only that, but the tunnel to the west is leading to Goofy Speedway. Donald's Dock should be over in that direction. Even a special tunnel isn't there leading to Goofy Speedway. It's using the regular tunnel. I'm sorry I had to blow your eardrums out for that, but look at what Disney did. Since Disney messed up Toontown Central, now these other spots have to rely on a very misaccurate Toontown Central for the map. It doesn't make any sense. The whole map is just jacked up. Second issue, the rest of the world. I'm going to try to be really brief on these issues, but there are lots of these tiny little mistakes that it's just In Daisy's Gardens, there's a street that leads off to nowhere. What? That street here, which seems to match where Elm Street would be, which leads to Toontown Central. But the street leading to Toontown Central is where this tunnel should be, which should be leading to Donald's Dock. But not only that, but Donald's Dock has a regular tunnel connecting to Chip and Dale. They also, like Toontown Central, do not have a special tunnel leading into this extra bullcrap playground, like in the actual game. And speaking of Chippendales, you can see the mini golf entrance right here with no tunnel, no street, or anything connected. And this doesn't seem to really matter at first because it's just golfing. But how do you get to Boss Spot HQ? According to this map, you don't. There is no entrance. And speaking of entrances, if you look at Donald's Dreamland, you can see there are two tunnels like normal, right? But they're in the wrong position. Why is there a tunnel on the headboard when there's nothing like that in actual Toontown? And why is one at the bottom of the bed when that's where the pond is? These are just minor flaws that really grinds everybody's gears. But, I mean, there is still some other issues. Like how the tunnels look like columns! And the third issue, playground/COGS HQ representation. Now, it does seem kind of weird to bring this up, but why do these playgrounds look exaggerated? It seems kind of weird how exaggerated they are. For example, Daisy Gardens has a few hedges, like in the real area, and it has this gigantic flower the size of Toontown Central's platform, when we know that isn't true. There's just some regular platforms, an HQ, a pond, and whatever else Daisy Gardens has. Because Donald's Dock has the same exaggeration. There's only water here, when about 5% of the place actually has water. Minnie's Melody Land is this gigantic weird thing. It's not even there. It's just platforms, pond, etc. Donald's Dreamland has the odd-placed tunnels with no reference to an HQ or anything like it usually does. And the Berg doesn't have any buildings in the surrounding area like it normally does. It's just an igloo. As for the COG HQs, they seem pretty legit, except for Sellbot HQ and Boss Spot HQ. For Sellbot HQ, there's no tunnel or any remark to the factory. If you look at, say, Cashbot HQ or Lawbot HQ, you can see the trains, the skyscrapers, so why leave the factory entrance out? And as for Boss Spot HQ, you don't see any indication or any tunnels for the front 3, the middle 6, or the back 9. Now, what about Toontown Central? Well, actually, it's perfect. In fact, if you look at Toontown Central's general area and you look at the buildings and the tunnels, They're all models from the game. It's very odd. But I guess they just wanted to make Toontown Central special. Discussion time! So, in my opinion, I think this is more than enough information to prove that Toontown's map is pretty much wrong. But this is a discussion video, so I do want to know, what do you think? Do you believe the map is wrong, or are you convinced still that the map is just as accurate as it was probably a long time ago? Leave a comment and start discussing with fellow Toons, or perhaps Toontown designers. Then we'll have a freaking piece of disgusting bar!